Yesterday in the interview with Comicbook. Kung Fu Panda 4 director Mike Mitchell and Sean Sexton, he is head of character animation in Kung Fu Panda 4, gives a major update about upcoming Kung Fu Panda movies and TV shows. Maybe we can see a Furious 5 spin-off movie or a TV series. I give that interview video here.
You mentioned Jeff Katzenberg earlier. He had said in prior interviews that the idea was for Kung Fu Panda 4 to potentially launch essentially like a second trilogy within the franchise. Like this thing could go up to 6 films. And one thing that you both prioritized with Kung Fu Panda 4 was making it bigger than any Kung Fu Panda movie before. And that was so true with like the last scene with all the characters coming back and everyone acknowledging Poe in that sense. Poe passing on to Zen about teaching her in the future. The idea, if we are going to do a Kung Fu Panda 5 and 6, to continue going bigger, or would we kind of scale it back a little bit, get back to the intimate roots of the franchise that we saw way back in 2008?
I think no matter what, we keep going bigger because I'll take it, whether I'm working on it or not. I'm in the theater watching these things. If Jack Black is performing as Poe, the Dragon Warrior, I just think that character could last forever. He's so charming. He's so action-packed. He's like Jack in real life. He's a super fan of everything. So there's that, and not to mention, this world is so filled with characters. We just took a little break from the Furious 5, which everyone can't wait to see those guys and what they're doing and what they're up to. So there's so much story to tell, and it never feels to me like it would be something intimate. It's always got big action. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard for me to imagine it just taking place in one room. You know?
Right.
Don't you think, Sean? Like, don't you think we could go on? I mean, we had so many ideas from this film that we just couldn't fit in.
100%. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely room for another one, and especially with the Furious 5 at the end of the film. You know, I think meeting Jen and training Jen. I think there's a lot to be told there. I think it could be a really fun sequel.
It's clear from that interview video, they're gonna really making Kung Fu Panda 5 or maybe a TV series with Furious 5. And when Mick Mitchell give another interview with Screen Rant, he gives more details about this. Mike Mitchell addresses the franchise future for the Furious 5 after Kung Fu Panda 4. In an exclusive interview with Screen Rant, Mitchell says about the future of the Furious 5 in the franchise. According to the director, there was so much that he and his team wanted to put into Kung Fu Panda 4, but it was impossible to do so in a limited runtime. They even had stories with them that just didn't fit into the film. Instead of including this dynamic quintet in Kung Fu Panda 4, Mitchell hopes there could be a Furious 5 spin-off. Mick Mitchell says, "We wanted to put so much into this film, but we knew we couldn't make a 4-hour-long Oppenheimer Kung Fu Panda. We all love the Furious 5. They're such cool characters, and they're such a part of the franchise, but they have been a big part of the story for part 1, 2, and 3. We thought for this one we might take just a little bit of a break. I mean, we had a bunch of stories with them that just didn't fit into the film. It's okay to take a break as long as we tell everyone at the end. Man, they're still a big part of this world and they're not going anywhere. I'm so glad that you recognize that it was important to us to really pull them in and show everyone that we love the Furious 5. I've always thought maybe there's even a spin-off with just the Furious 5. There's so many characters, they're such rich characters and they have such cool fighting techniques, they work so well together and they're so interesting. Each one is a different character, and there's just tons of story to tell in this world. After I read this information on Screen Rant, I thought maybe we can get a Furious 5 spin-off series. What do you think? Comment down below. That's all for today, thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel, and like, comment, share my video, see you soon with some new Kung Fu Panda updates. Until then, watch this video.